Welcome back to the channel, people. KG is here. Match reaction time. And yeah, Lewis is right. KG cool enough before he comes on. I'm absolutely furious with that today. Furious. I cannot believe there's Leedsy, and then there's this kind of Leeds. I just can't believe what I've seen today in terms of capitulation, in terms of individual errors, tactics from the start. We've given away so many gifts today, people. I'm going to go through them, and I'm probably missing some. Leeds United 1, Crystal Palace 5. What? 5-1 at home to Crystal Palace. 5-1 at home to Crystal Palace. Just as well I didn't do a watch along for this one today, because it wouldn't have been pretty. Would not have been pretty. This is just one of them. I mean, we're going to go through all of this. Jackie Christensen on Firpo. Is Marsh back? It's not even in regards to Marsh. The problem is he doesn't want to take off our standing captain right now. For whatever reason, this guy continues to play, and we're going to talk about him yet again today. But instead, Christensen, who hasn't been good at right back all season, he hasn't been. But you want to put him on at left back? It makes no sense to me. I know Firpo was booked, but you could have adjusted it elsewhere. You could have put someone else in central defense, move Pascal out to the left, do something like that. Christensen out on the left just looked ridiculous, didn't it? Elise was getting all kinds of joy. You know what, man? This is true. I'll give him the credit. First half was different to the second half, night and day. So sad. For the first 35 minutes, we looked great. We was on top. We was having loads of chances, creating loads of efforts on goal. John Stone, with his first appearance in the Prem since 2021, was putting on a bit of a show. But there was threats in there from Palace's set pieces. They were threatening. They were threatening from the first set piece they took up until they scored just before halftime, and that's the killer. You could tell it deflated them straight away. As soon as that goal went in, heads dropped. There's still another half of football to go, kicking towards our cup end, by the way. And their heads just drop like that. Yeah, I'm trying to compose myself a bit here, because if I say what I want to say, they ban me for 6 months. You know what I mean? Melier should have saved the first 3 goals. Don't even care what anyone says. Melier was not good today, and I'm being polite with that, because the first one, if he stands up on their goal, the first one from Gahey, who was having a nightmare, by the way, up until he scored. He was having a real torrid time defensively. But we give gifts, don't we? We give gifts away. And yeah, if he had stood up for the first one, he probably saves it, because there was nothing on the Gahey shot. He just dives forward at his feet. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, Matt, that's the right word. Sickening. I feel absolutely sick. I feel absolutely sick after watching that. I cannot believe the game. We did so well against Forest, people. We did the first part of the job so well. At the start of the week, get Forest out of the way, get 3 points, good performance, and we've done it. We come to this half, and we completely crapped the bed, didn't we? We completely crapped the bed. Gutless performance today. Absolutely gutless from some of that defensive effort I saw out there today. Ash is saying he feels sorry for Javi. No, this is on Javi. Javi gets the praise, and I've praised him many times when he gets things right. Today, he got it wrong. He got it wrong today, and he continued to get it wrong throughout the game. And it's not the first time with his substitutions where you go, I don't see what you're doing, but let me see what you're cooking. No, when that triple sub came at 60 minutes, I was you should have expected Ayling to be one of the people to come off, but no, he keeps him on yet again. And this is a note that I had at the start of the game, by the way. And this is the problem when you don't do watch long. People might think you're doing it in hindsight. I don't do anything like that. I put unchanged team, different tactics, but loyalty problems already, question mark. That is the comment I put right at the start of the game. because it does feel like we're having another issue with another manager that is having loyalty problems with some of the players that don't deserve it. And until this is sorted out, we're going to stay where we are. It doesn't matter if they're your favorite players, they're not good enough to play week in, week out, and certainly not twice in 1 week. But hey, it's funny, everyone was talking about the Arsenal game away, saying at least we kept the goal difference down. How about a home game against Palace? This is it, Leedsy. This is what people talk about when we say things are Leedsy. This is it. My head's gone. I'm not gonna lie to you, people. I'm gonna try and get through this as best as I can, but my head is actually like it's fried right now. Not gonna lie to you. Let me just get a couple super chats before they go. Thank you for the support, by the way. Best thing about this thing today. Ian saying always the trend bookers, absolute joke, and I'm going to go through those in a second. Ian, Mark saying the defense was woeful. We started to wobble on 40. Lee is saying I thought you were supposed to field a side for both halves. Why did we forget to come out? Did anyone see this coming after the first half? I certainly didn't. I certainly didn't see it. Jim Corkwell is saying, I don't understand his blind loyalty, KG. It's not like the fans want Bamford and Ailing on. They do, though, Jim. This is the thing, though, Jim, and I'm not going to let fans do have a say in these kind of things at times. They do. Just like how when they were about to appoint that Schroeder guy, you saw the reaction from that online in articles and everything else like that. They decided not to do it. The fans do love Luke Ayling, and there's good reason. I'm not going to lose my head and say that this guy's an awful guy. He's a lovely guy, but a Premier League right back, he is not. But this is the problem. People can't separate the two. This is the issue that I've always had with people. They can't separate the two between a nice guy and a good football player. He's not a good football player. He should be at the lower end of the championship stroke League One right now, but he's a Premier League right back for Leeds United. Big Leeds United. You know, I saw Gary Kelly week in, week out putting performances where you didn't even have to question him playing or not because he's just automatic because he's reliable. This guy is not reliable, man. Not reliable one bit. Ah, man. Just gutted. I'm absolutely gutted with that today, people. I'm not gonna lie. Absolutely gutted with this. And we got to talk about it. That's the worst thing of doing this when things like this happen. Shout out to Swamp Dog, who's a new member. Thank you for supporting the channel. Means a lot. Memberships are in the description. Mr. P with a super chat. Thank you. Until we take our chance, we will continue to suffer defeats like this. Bamford, FHA, I don't know what that is. There were warning signs for set pieces, but we still gave away needless fouls. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Lewis is saying it here, gutted with a loss, but wow, 5-1, really. This is it. There's levels to losing. There's levels to losing. Like, if we had lost today 2-1, you know what, maybe even 3-1, that's devastating. And you go, how did this happen? We need to go again. But 5-1. And let me give you some of the gifts that we handed out today, people. Just hold tight with me because there's a few. There's a few that we've given out today. Okay, Gahey, first goal since 2021. You're welcome, Gahey. Jordan Ayew, man. Oh man. Jordan Ayew. Second and third goals of the season today. You're welcome, Jordan. August 20th was the last time Palace scored 3 goals in a game. This is the first time they scored 4 all season. You're welcome, Crystal Palace. Palace haven't won a game this season without Zaha. Well, you have now. You're welcome. Yet again. Edward's first goal since October. Guys, when we say that there's Leedsy stuff, today is the perfect example of it. Today, I just can't believe what we've done. I can't believe it. Seriously. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened in the second half, but okay, let me I'm really trying to focus here and trying to give you guys the but I'm absolutely fuming. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'll never lie to you, but right now I'm not in the mood for this right now. I'll be very, very honest with you. Okay, first 35 minutes, man, we were on top, right? Cine and Fopo combining down less. Aronson back heel. Lovely. Lovely stuff. There was a lot of that kind of stuff today. Bamford today. Let's give him his props. He got his third goal of the season. His 50th goal for Leeds. He's finally hit the 50th after joining us in 2018. Make of that what you will, but it was a good header. I'm not going to take that away from him. Really good header, but actually good movement to get away from Tyreek Mitchell. Aronson set pieces in the first half were on point, and this is what I noted. Like he was in his set piece bag in the first half, Brendan Aronson. I thought he was actually pretty good in the first half. He was playing in more of that Mazzala half space kind of area, which I've always said is his best area. As a 10, he's not strong enough for that. But when he drifts out to the right and he was working well with Harrison, and this is all first half people, stay with me. It was working. He was actually really good on the ball today. And his deliveries from set pieces, he delivered another one for Strauch, who, again, forced to save out of Johnston, was nice. It was good today and it was promising stuff. For me, that was probably Brendan's best outfield performance that he's had. Probably since before the international tournament. Again, that tournament is another phrase that kind of gets you a little shadow band on it for some reason. Ailing going forward, Cross, good play with Harrison and Harrison. They combined well. A Cine glance header just saved. There was a nice sequence which I wish I could like celebrate more in victory or at least a draw when McKennie, Gahey, and Rucker all had these crunching tackles in the middle of the pitch. Love to see that. No one going down, pretending, rolling around, just getting in blood and thunder tackles. Love that stuff. Aronson also had another free kick that I'm going to mention as well, where he flicked it, he played it into Bamford, and Bamford's first touch took him nearly over to the corner flag, which killed the move. And then, of course, our goal. Let's talk about our goal. Bamford left his mark on Mitchell. Brilliant connection, got to say, off the post and in. Lovely goal. He gets his third goal in 22 Premier League appearances. 20 minutes gone, and you think that we're on the up from there. The way the game was going at that point, you think that we're gonna, settle into the game. But the thing is, we settled too much. We started to get Palace get the ball, especially in the last 15 minutes of the game. They were starting to get set pieces. Robin Koch today, no good on set pieces there, and even in open play, Robin Koch needs Verba back. It looked like Robin Koch when he was playing next to Liam Cooper again today, where he looked unsure. He looked a little lost. He kind of played, he was in the battle, but he played Gahey onside for their goal. And their goal as well. Again, we're talking about Melier. I don't know why he was diving out at his feet. I don't know why he did that. If he stays in his goal, he probably just picks that ball up. But these are decisions this is why we are where we are on the table, people, because we always give gifts like this away at points in the season. It's going to happen. But I didn't expect so many today. I bet Palace cannot believe their luck today. I bet they can't believe what they've managed to achieve on the score sheet today. Mark here saying, what happened to the neat passing from the first half? No idea. I don't know what happened in the second half, but we just weren't on it. We just weren't on it. Matt Scale saying with a super chat, thank you, Matt. Rasmus hasn't been great at right back either, KG. I agree with you about Ailing, but who else do we have to play out there? This is what I mean. This is what I'm talking about. With all due respect, Matt, you're absolutely right. Aronson hasn't been good out there, but Ailing is literally giving away goals by the game. Like it's not even it's not funny anymore. Like I trust Javi so much, but this Luke Ayling thing has got to stop. You're talking about he's not been great out there. What is Ayling doing out there right now, besides actually causing us goals? And you know what? I'm gonna shoot him some bail. Yeah, from the one that he was is at his era. He switches the ball. That was ridiculous in the first instance. It was crowded in the midfield. No need to switch the ball there. Play the simple ball, Luke. Play it. Okay, you got that wrong. Yeah. But then you allow Jordan Ayew to just jump above you. Did you see the difference in the height of the jump? And you know what, John, for people like you that always talk about Ailing, who else is going to play there? Even Ailing knew that it was on him. He goes down, he's clutching his head, he's banging the floor. He knows that's on him. And how many times are we going to go through this? Uh, I just wish people could separate the ability from the person, but people are incapable of doing it, and it's fine. Whatever, man. Mr. P, hedge dropped after Palace equalizer. It did. It's because we was on top, and the goal was clearly against the run of play. But you gotta galvanize yourself, man. You gotta pick yourself up and say, you know what? We go again in the second half and come out. We did none of that today. We just gave up. We capitulated. Absolutely rotten. Absolutely rotten. And Shiri, it's not down to one player. It's certainly not. It's certainly not. But we're talking about a constant theme here where one person in particular is literally causing us to concede goals in every game. You know, it's no coincidence. When Palace first, by the way, when Palace first kicked off, did you see where they came down? They came down our right hand side, just as predicted. But you know what? It must be all coincidences. It must be all coincidences. Um, Yeah, Vavi, I agree with this. Ayling going forward can be decent, but he's not a Premier League level defender. That is that is absolutely true. He's okay going forward, but defensively, he's shocking. He's absolutely shocking. And I don't know how many more errors he's going to get to make before he gets dropped. And other players, I looked at Nanto and Rodrigo when they came on today, and I looked at them both and I said, and I was just thinking to myself, you two have literally been two of our best players this season overall, and you're holding the bench. It's kind of unfair, don't you think? Don't you think it's a little unfair? That's what I was thinking in my head when I saw him come on. I looked at Nanto on the pitch and thought, how's this guy not started the game? Like, what does he's literally been our best player going forward, and he's not starting the games? It's quite criminal, man. But hey, mm, man. So yeah, Jordan Ayew there. That we just talked about it. Talking about Ailing there, and then what is it? 2 minutes 43 seconds later, Eze scores, and you just think, how has this happened so early in the second half? Like, we were literally on top of the game, people. Elise, who was, full credit as well. You know me, I'm a football man, so even though the red mist was showing, I saw Elise in the second half. He was buzzing today. He was brilliant, and he almost scored a solo goal that would have been so embarrassing to concede at 5-1. But he was brilliant today, Elise, especially in the second half. First half, he wasn't all that in all fairness, but they just grew from confidence from when they got the first goal. And Elise slipped him in, and he went straight through our centre back. Stroud can cut. I mean, it just went through him like a hot knife through butter. And it's 3-1. And he just reminded me of the LeBron meme, man. Just when you see LeBron when he says, "Here's two more for y'all." That's how it felt. 3-1 out of nowhere. Gutting, man. Absolutely gutting. Um, Brian with the super chat. Deflating watching Alien 1v1, the captain of the team getting beat time and time again. Imagine being his teammate. Well, yeah. Yeah. What's that here? Because I'm in a blocking mood today. I'm in a spicy mood. Okay, nah, that's fine. Okay, I'll let that one go. Eze always tears Leeds apart. Yeah, I know, I know. Yeah, it happened. I think it happened when they beat us 4-1, didn't it? I think that's what happened, and he was really good in that game. Karen here, super chat. Thank you for coming on and doing the stream. Yeah, yeah. This is the yin and yang. You've seen it this week. Elation versus Forest, where we're all buzzing, upbeat. The chat was magnificent after Forest, wonderful. And then you get today, like there's just no in between with Leeds. There's just no in between, is there? Um, yeah, actually, you know what? I was thinking that Scott's bringing up a good question here. If anyone can help out with this one, let me know. Is it true that Nanto and McKennie banned for Liverpool? I think McKennie was on 4 before, wasn't he? And he got booked today. So I'm just wondering if he's going to be missing for the Liverpool game. If anybody does know that, if they heard it, please let us know in the chat, just so we can get that cleared up. Luke here saying, "Bang on, KG. Players let the gaffer down today. Nanto not starting is a joke, and Rodrigo on the bench for Bamford is laughable." This is what I'm saying, and like I say, Bamford got a good goal today. That was a nice header, but he's that's also just his third goal this season. While Rodrigo's got 11 of them and has kept us in many games this season, and is holding the bench. Nanto literally been our one outlet. You've seen the tactical plans before with Nanto. It's usually give the ball to Nanto and see what he can do. And he's holding the bench. For me, that's unacceptable. And this is why when I talk about Javi Gracia and people saying, is should he stay next season? It's these kind of things that are giving me doubts about him going forward. Because if we do survive this season and he's going to be relying on Luke Ayling next season, we might as well forget it. We might as well forget it. We're going to be doing this all over again. And I'm again, you know what? I'm talking about Luke Ayling there like he was the only one on the pitch, but it's selections like this. It's selections like Bamford keep on starting as well with his output. Nah, man. You've got to play your best players. And for me, sometimes I'm looking at our bench and some of our best players are on the bench. And we shouldn't be doing that in a relegation battle. Um, by the way, I mean, this here, Nightcrawler. I mean, Nightcrawler, just KJ, are you starting to think Rutter was a big mistake? I mean, I don't know what you're finishing after. If I was Jorginho today, and this is why I would never have made it as a professional football player, by the way, let me just get that out of the way. 5-1 down, yeah, 78 minutes, he takes Bamford off for Rutter. Hmm? I cannot tell you the kind of words I'd have been saying to my own gaffer if he told me to go warm up and get on the pitch at 5-1. I cannot tell you. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I just and yeah, I mean, this is what I'm saying. Rutter doesn't even get played, makes no sense. That's why I'm not really acknowledging the question. There's just people that are looking for a reason to bash Jorginho, even though he doesn't get played. It makes no sense to me. And I think it's the price tag. They can't get past that he costs 35 million pounds. And they think that anytime he's on the pitch that he's got to get a goal or assist or something like that. They can't get past it. Yes, once again, he wasn't what we needed at the time in January, but he's here now. But at the same time, he's not being played. He's not being played. And then he's coming on at 5-1 down after 78 minutes. I'd have told my manager where to go. But again, that's why I'm not a professional footballer. Um, I mean, what is this here? Marching on podcast, let me see. Love your stuff, and you're right about Javi, but you're answering the wrong question. The question is, what better manager would want the job? Best fans, but unrealistic expectations. I mean, what are you talking about here? I'm not asking for anything over the top or extravagant. I'm just asking for simple things like if a player keeps on making mistake game after game, to take him out, or if he's made a mistake in the game, take him off. But he hasn't done it. I'm not asking for him to turn anybody into Erling Haaland. I'm not asking him to turn anybody into Kieran Trippier. I'm just asking him to make the right decision. But at this point in time, marching on podcast, he's got some blind loyalty to a couple of players in this team, and they haven't been our better players over the season. I don't know what's so unrealistic in asking for that. I'm not expecting Javi Gracia to get us up to eighth position this season. Uh, What I will say on this one though, Oaksy, I feel sorry for him. He didn't ask for that price tag. What I will say though in that is that he, his agent, his family, whoever decided to move. That's what I always say with that. I say it's not his fault about the price tag. That's 100% correct. But he did decide to take the move. So he obviously felt that he was ready for the Premier League or whatever it is at this stage of his career. But what I would say is at least let this guy start a game, get a half. I mean, can he get a half somewhere? You know what I mean? Before anyone really like dives into him as if he's the problem. I, I don't get it. Yeah, it wasn't good. The dive wasn't good. It wasn't good, but he got desperate, and he's been asked to come on with 12 minutes to go and impress. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, Karen. Yeah, missing Adams and Verba. Yeah, they were definitely missed today. Definitely missed today, especially Verba. I mean, you saw the guy, Robin Cock today, and Robin Cock has been okay for us. Let's be fair to him; he has been good, but he's been good better under Verba's guidance and his partnership. And today, he just looked like Robin Cock from earlier this season. Wasn't a good outing for Robin today at all. Uh, okay, Ian with the super chat. Thank you. I knew Verba would be our biggest miss. I've been proven right in just 3 games, 10 goals conceded. Enough said. I mean, Ian, I mean, if that makes you feel better that you were right, cool. Thanks for the super chat, though. Robert Purdell saying, "How does Ayling get the captaincy? Seniority and vibes here. Seniority and vibes. There's no reason for that guy to hold the captain's armband, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna talk about that anymore. Oh man, Bazza today saying Harrison very poor crossing as usual. Yeah, he wasn't getting a whole lot of change today, but I did say in the preview it was going to be much tougher for him today against Tyreek Mitchell, who's a much better left back than Harry Toffolo will ever be. So it was going to be a tough game. But I thought again in the first half, I didn't think he was that bad. I thought Harrison was okay. He had a good free kick that was saved as well. But along with the rest of the team in the second half, they just I don't know what happened to them. They just hid. And you know what? I don't know if I'm going to watch this game on highlights again. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I've got it in me to watch this game again via highlights. I don't know if I've got it in me, man. I'll be honest. No. Jack here, KG. If you was offered money and a chance to play in the Prem, you'd come surely. Is that what is that in regards to? What is that in regards to, man? What are we talking about? Sorry, my head is gone. It's quite clear as well. My head is fried. Liam saying Rutter deserves a chance. Jesus, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I've said what I've said about Jorginho already. Kevin here saying you're right, KG. If Javi wins, then he can do what he wants. But if his selection doesn't make sense and we don't get the results, it's right to question his decisions. That's always the case, though. But the problem is, as with everything in this day and age, is that everyone wants praise, but no one wants any criticism. No one wants it. Listen, today's stream here is not my best stream, but I can take that. That's fine. But there's reasons behind it, and that's because my team has been obliterated 5-1. But today, from the start, I had a feeling. The thing is, I even alluded to it in the preview as well, by the way, and it's in there. So this is a good thing about doing things on video. I said the step up to Palace. I think Palace will play deep, and they did, but they've got a little bit more quality than Nottingham Forest, which may hurt us in areas that didn't hurt us against Nottingham Forest. And there was those 3 performers, wasn't there? There was Ayling, Aronson, who did, in all fairness, step up today, and was it Bamford? Yeah, Bamford, who scored a goal, but there's glaring weaknesses with those 3 compared to the rest of them who played so well in that game. And he gave them all a chance again against better opposition. But hey, I'm so hard behind in the chat. Uh, Michelle is saying, I just don't get it, KG. Why is he not playing our best players? I like Javi, but his choices are just messed up. Yeah, but you know what? I've liked it though. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I've liked it when he's proved me wrong. Because how many times have I come in here and said, I looked at his starting lineup and I went, I'm not sure. But today, I mean, it absolutely they blew us away, didn't they, with that starting lineup? Imagine how Rodrigo must feel being the top scorer on the bench. It can't do his confidence a lot of good. I don't think it does anybody any good. I don't think it's doing Nanto any good. When you've been literally the best players in a poor team all season, you should expect to play. Not expect, but you should be playing, shouldn't you? And to be on the bench, I just don't understand it. I don't, but I don't get paid that kind of money. Um, Okay, yeah, Michael saying Ailing was bad, okay, but Firpo, Kaka, etc., all had a shocking game. We can't defend. If we could be, we'd be in the top half. That's correct. You know what? Firpo was actually okay in the first half up until he got his booking. Once he got his booking, you saw. I think it was on the third goal. He had to like stand back off Elise. He couldn't get in with the tackle, and that's the reason why that ball got played for our centre halves. I think because otherwise Firpo would have been a lot tighter to him, but he knew he was on a tightrope, which is part of the reason why he got subbed off when he did. But yeah, all of them were bad. The defense, goalkeeper, Rucker, McKennie. It was all bad today. And I love Weston McKennie, but we was at one point we was 3-1 down, and he tried a little flick around the corner with a back heel. He's like, bro, this ain't the time for that, man. This ain't the time for it, man. I'm afraid. Um, Sam here, with the super chat. Thank you. Can we talk about Rucker today? Love him, but horrid. Yeah, it wasn't a good outing from Rucker today. People in the chat, in the comments, let me know how you feel about Rucker. Bradley saying, where do Leeds go from here, Cage? Well, what they've got to do, much like the Arsenal game, is put this one behind them. Put it behind them and get ready for Liverpool. We've got a lot of time between this one now. Liverpool's going to be on a Monday. So we've got to stew on this 5-1 defeat for over a week. At least with the Arsenal one, when we lost 4-1, we had the Forest game a couple of days later. That was the best thing to happen. This one to sit on our minds as fans and their minds as, a lot of them being confidence players. I don't know how good it's going to be, especially with Liverpool coming up, but they've got to do it. They're professionals. They're the highly paid ones, people. So they've got to put this one behind them and try and get onto the next one and get back on the winning column because wow, the points would have been so nice today, people. I mean, I can't understate overstate it enough. We would have moved up to 32 points and above Palace. We would have been in that pack with West Ham, Wolves. We're 16th right now with 29 points, 2 points above the drop zone. Sticky. It's sticky. No, no, no. Bye. Told you I'm not in the mood for any crap. So people are really telling me to calm down. I'm not. The thing is, this isn't even me being. Oh, this. If we was off camera right now, off YouTube, you'd be hearing a completely different kind of like ether in my voice. This isn't even me completely irate. I was irate during the game, and that's why I'm glad I didn't do a watch along. But wow, people saying calm down. We just lost 5-1 at home, people, against Crystal Palace, not Man City. We haven't stumbled into Europe against Real Madrid and lost 5-1 against Benzema and Vinny Jr. We've lost against Ayu, Edward, and you want me to calm down? What are you talking about, man? How about you just go somewhere else? Honestly, I always appreciate the support, people, but you know what? I don't need that kind of support. Don't tell me to calm down when my team's lost 5-1 at home. Oh, God. This is what happens, man. When you win a game, the chat's usually it's buzzing, it's on fire. When you lose, people's true colors come out, man. Yeah, I don't worry, Alex. I know it's my channel, but I like to have a good community. But when you're telling me to calm down after a 5-1 loss against Palace, I question how you support the team. How do you just accept 5-1 and go about your day? I don't get that. Get out of here, man. Yeah, and that's another thing as well. First time Roy beat us at Ellen Road, and he did it in style. Yeah, I saw something where was it something like 83%? He hasn't beaten us in a long time, is it? And yeah, he's done it, and he's done it in style. Can't believe it, man. Only Leeds could give away these many gifts. Maybe Spurs, maybe Spurs could have done it, but No, Leeds is even worse than Spursy, I'm afraid. Fans voted with their feet. Yeah, a lot of people left early, and now I mentioned that in my notes as well about the atmosphere in the first half. By the way, it was brilliant. The crowd were on top. Even the Palace crowd were contributing to the atmosphere. But you saw, and you know what? To anyone saying that the fans should stay, why should they? Why should they? They don't have to stay. It's always Leeds fans that are held to a high regard when it comes to staying till the end. You don't have to stay till the end when the team have checked out at half time. I don't blame the fans for leaving early. I don't. I don't blame them one bit. Cade here saying, if you think about it, Man United lost 7-0 and they bounced back, we can do the same. We can do the same, Cade, but it's just the manner of the defeat today against the team that we did. Man United lost 7-0 against Liverpool, and it doesn't matter the guys of what Liverpool have been this season, they're still Liverpool, aren't they? We've lost to Crystal Palace at home 5-1. There's no acceptability in that. There's nothing that you can say that's positive in that. Nothing at all. You know what I mean? But you're right. Of course, we've got to bounce back. We've got no choice if we want to stay in the Premier League. And judging by the accounts, by the way, there's a lot of people that in our team that want to stay in the Premier League too. Judging by all the relegation bonuses, surviving relegation bonuses that are clearly in a lot of people's contracts, so it's on them as well to stay up as well. Michelle, we are all fuming with you. Well, obviously, not everyone, Michelle. Not everyone. I just don't understand it. I know everyone supports their team differently, but I just don't see on any level how you get beat 5-1 at home against Crystal Palace and think, yeah, that's okay. We'll just get on with it. I don't get it. Because you know what, as well, it's all about confidence as well, especially with a few of these players, by the way. They've lost 5-1 and they got to sit on it for over a week. I don't know how good it's going to do them. Gavin here saying KGC, Phil Hayre, Aileen Gracia. Okay, I will go on now. You know what? I haven't even done all the usual YouTube stuff, and I think you guys can understand. But if you haven't already, please hit a like on the video and subscribe if you want to. All right, subscribe if you want to. Let me go to Phil Haydo, as Gavin's saying. Let me have a look. My head's gone. My head is absolutely gone. Oh my god. Right. Okay. Okay. So Javi Gracia. Javi Gracia. Right. And this is via Phil Hayes' Twitter, by the way. Today we have to be really disappointed. It's something we have to feel. After today, we learn, we train and work, and in the same way we forgot our win over Forest, we do the same next week. I cannot explain. I think we played a very good first half. It's true that conceding a goal before halftime it changes the game, but the second half was very tough. We were not aggressive. We were soft in many situations. I've read this. Oh God, I think the team has competed well in all the games. In my opinion, today the first half was very good. We deserve more, but in the second we didn't keep the same level as the games before. We have to learn that if we don't do it, we know what can happen. On Ailing's form, here we go. Then he's trying to help the team like the rest of the players. He tries to do his best. In this moment, I don't want to give my personal option about one. I think he means opinion about one player. Today, more than ever, I wanted to be close to my players. I mean, what? um, mm, yeah, trying. That's it. I forgot the comment somebody made the other day after Luke made the mistake. He what was it? He tries his best or something like that. I mean, I'll try my best for Leeds United. Doesn't mean I should be on the pitch. You know what I mean, we'll see though for Liverpool if he's in the starting lineup. I believe he will. I believe he will. Yeah, I know, John. I know. Tries to do his best. I mean, is that the bar now, people? You want to accept that as your bar for Leeds United Football Club? You see some of the players that are in the background behind me. I had to put these guys up just to remind me. You think Olivier Decour just tried his best? You think David Batty just tried his best? These guys. Is that the bar that you want to set for Leeds United? He tries his best. Yeah, man, this ain't going well. But you know what? I'm man enough to admit that this stream has not been great today, but we weren't great either. So it goes hand in hand. All right. Alex here, losing is one thing, but losing 5-1 at home with Palace scoring with ease and without Zaha, it's Palace, my word. Hey, yeah. But apparently to some people, you got to calm down, Alex. Apparently to some people, calm down, mate. It's only, it's only 5-1 at home. But yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to just drop this one here and come back another day and come back another day. I know, Jack. I'm trying. I know. I'm trying. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to leave it here because I need time to absorb this one, man. I need time. So I'm gonna leave it here and come back another day. So yeah, keep your notification bells on. Um, like the video. That's the best thing that you can do for me today. Like the video so more people can see the need for to calm down after you lose 5-1 against Crystal Palace at home. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Maybe tomorrow. I'll probably be back tomorrow and we'll talk about a few things and yeah, we'll go into it again. But yeah, Leeds 1, Crystal Palace 5. Peace out, people.